Welcome to my third and final part of this video series on how to get in front of your ideal customers with Facebook and Instagram ads. If you missed the first two previous parts, no worries, I got your back. You can check out video number 1 right here. In that video, I explain what is even available to you, what are your options. I break everything down right there. And then video number 2, which you can also check out right here. There I go over how to go ahead and build your custom audiences. In this video and the final one, part 3, I'm going to show you how to put together detailed targeting audiences. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So the secret with detailed targeting is just knowing what is actually available to you. As you're probably aware, there are tens of thousands of targeting options all across the Facebook. So which ones of those are most pertinent to you? Which ones are not even available, even though you wish they were available? All those things can take time to figure out. Now, the worst thing that you can do is just go inside of Facebook Ads Manager and start typing away at different things you wish you could target. I promise you, if you do that, you're gonna waste so much time. Really, the fastest and easiest way to figure out what detailed targeting options are available to you and make the most sense to you is to use a tool called Connectio. Now, this is a paid tool. It is not free, so that is one downside to it, but I think it is well worth the investment because it's gonna eliminate so much research time for you, and it's going to help you find some targeting options that are a little bit less competitive. So let me go ahead and share my screen and I'll walk you through how I use it. All right, so when you go inside Connectio, I specifically use a tool called Connect Explore. Connectio actually has a whole suite of products that you can use with your Facebook ads. I only use Connect Explore. I'm not saying that their other products are not good. You know, just for me and my purposes, I just need to Connect Explore. So this is the landing page right here. And so I want to start putting in ideas into the engine right now. So let's just say I'm in the cycling space. I sell bicycles, right? So then I want to come in here and I want to type in every single variation possible of the word bike or bicycle. It would help if I can actually type. There we go. And then I'll just do cycle and then I'll stop right there. So what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to click on the search button. And what it's doing is that it's going to go out and find every available targeting option. That's a very key word right there. So everything that you see here exists inside of Facebook. This isn't fantasy or fiction. These are real targeting options that you can use right now. So it's going to go out and find every available targeting option that has these strings of letters. So anything that says B-I-K-E, B-I-C-Y-C-L-E, so on and so forth. It's going to look for that, right? So here we can see some examples of that. Bianchi bicycles, bicycle dreams movie, big bike websites, bikers vehicle related brand, cycle sport cycling, Gazelle bicycles. So you can see everything under the sun that has the word bike, bicycle, or bicycles is showing up here. And the cool thing too is that it also tells me how large these audiences are and what type of detailed targeting it is, whether it's an interest, their employment, or anything else like that. So lots of cool options that you can use right here. Now you can also further refine it. You can add some search extensions where if I click on these, association foundation, then it's going to start looking for a bike association, bicycle foundation, so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and add that just to see if anything relevant else comes up right there. Okay, perfect. I don't believe it added at 141. So it seems like it has stayed the same right there, but that's fine. It's always good to click that to see if it modifies your results in any way, shape, or form. Because for example, a bicycle blog or a bicycle website certainly would be relevant to my search. Now here I can also deselect things. So for example, let's say I'm strictly in the road biking space. I have nothing to do with mountain bikes. You can see here that it has 13 results with the word mountain, right? So that's not my niche. I can go here and then click on exclude, apply filter, and now there's nothing related to mountain bikes right there. And so I can keep on doing that. You know, for most of these, I leave them alone, but I can do a lot of exclusions down to you know, how specific I want to get. And actually, sorry, I realized that when I added these search extensions, I forgot to hit the apply filter button, and I did see something show up. You can see here, Bike Radar website. So that's the extension that it found right here with this filter. So very useful right there. So then another neat feature about this is that, okay, these are like the most direct interests that my audience is into, but what about secondary and tertiary interests, right? Sure, yes, I want to start with this, but how can I build upon that? So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to select the targeting options that I feel are most relevant for my audience. So let me just do bicycle, tire, bicycles, tour cycling, bike magazine. I don't want to do rentals. Let's see here. I'm being pretty random about this actually, so let me just start choosing a bunch of these different options just to kind of get my point across. So there we go. I chose a bunch. Let's say that those are the ones that I feel are the most relevant. Now I've selected 8. I can go ahead and click on View Audiences, and a really cool feature about Connectio is that now I can come over here and click on Show Suggestions. So what it's going to do is that it's going to look at these interests and tell me, okay, people who are interested in these things, they're also interested in these other things. So let's go ahead and click on Show Suggestions. So naturally, it's going to give me some other bicycle options, but for example, there are some new ones here. So country rock music. So apparently, a lot of people who you know, ride bikes, they also really like country rock music. They like to go to concerts. So those are some secondary options that I can also consider targeting. Let's see if there's any other unique ones in here. Okay, cool. So let me add those. Okay, so concerts, country rock music. Then I can come back and then do View Audiences again, click Show Suggestions once again, and let's see what else. I can keep on modifying this. So alternative country music, arts and music art. So, you know, country pop music. So like they really like country music. I'm starting to realize that. That's something that maybe I didn't know beforehand. So again, that can be a secondary or tertiary targeting audience that I can use in the future after I've kind of exhausted my primary targets. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. You may be saying, okay, well, that's great. It's good if you're in a product-based business and you can use this. You can put a bunch of product names out there and it's going to find all the search terms for you. But this actually still works for if you're targeting influencers as well. So let me go ahead and show you this. So let's say your target audience, they're fans, you know for a fact that they're fans of Brendon Burchard, right? Personal development expert. Now, when you do this search, right, there's only one Brendon Burchard, as we all know. So there's those options too. There's actually 2 options here that show up, the author and then his actual motivation company, but it's still the same thing, right? So you're kind of stuck, right? You can't do all these extensions like, you know, bike, bicycle, and cycle and see all the different variations. There's only one Brendon Burchard, but you can still do what we did earlier. So you can go ahead and add these audiences. So now I'm going to go to View Selected Audiences. I'm going to delete all these other ones kept over the bike ones we were looking at. I just want Brendon Burchard. And now I'm going to click on Show Suggestions. So now here it's telling me people who like Brendon Burchard are also fans of these things. So Birchbox Cosmetics, Brene Brown, Gary Vaynerchuk, Jack Canfield. Excellent, right? So let's just say I'm gonna add Brene Brown, Brian Tracy, Gary V, Jack, Jim Rohn, and John C. Maxwell. Now I want some more ideas, right? So I'll go back to View Audience, Show Suggestions, and then I can see what else comes up. So Byron Katie, Infusionsoft Marketing. So now I'm getting into kind of types of software that my audience starts using, and you know, their job titles, owner, manager, CEO, how they identify themselves. So I can keep on adding to this. Let me add Infusionsoft. Let me see these other pieces of software here. Well, digital marketing, they're into that. Okay, Wix, perfect. So I'm gonna go back here and I can just keep on doing this and recycling and just see how it changes and find all these fantastic secondary and tertiary options that I perhaps may not have considered. So now, once I have made my list of everything that I actually want to use as an actual targeting option, it's time to put together the audiences inside of Facebook. Now, a huge mistake that people make when putting together their detailed targeting audiences inside of Facebook is that they just jam everything everything into the same ad set, and that is not the way to do it. There's several issues with that. First and foremost, if you get good results, what's generating the good results? If you have 50 different interests that are very different and just not related in any way, shape, or form, all in the same ad set, you're not going to know what's actually generating you the results. So, or alternatively, if you're getting bad results, what's actually causing the bad results, you're not going to know if everything is jammed inside of the same ad set. So I always tell people is that only put similar interests inside each ad set. So you can think of ad sets as the different audiences you're going to target. Even though you could theoretically target everyone inside of one ad set, I don't recommend you do that. So here's a very simple example. If through your research, you realize that your targeting options are Tony Robbins, Brendon Burchard, Target, and Walmart, well, here we have 2 personal development experts and then 2 retail chains. I do not want to put all of those inside of the same ad set because I'm going to get different results, and I want to actually measure what's generating me positive results. Is it the personal development experts or is it the retail stores? So in one ad set, I'm going to put both Tony Robbins and Brendon Burchard because those are similar interests. They're both personal development experts. And then in the other ad set, I'm going to put Target and Walmart because they're both retail stores and they're going to have very similar audiences, and therefore they're going to get me similar results. That's how I want to set up. So let me actually show you a live example. Okay, so here's an example of how I set this account up for a client recently. So here are all of the ad sets, and you'll notice that they are different. So here, starting at the bottom, I'm only targeting what are titled as resellers. And then here I have payment systems, and here I have credit cards. This client is in the financial space, as much as you probably already figured that out. And then in this one, I have merchant services. And this one, I have a lookalike audience of their best assets, meaning like their email list and stuff like that. And then here, I'm actually testing that new audience, Advantage Plus. But mainly, if you look at these ones down here, right, they're each different ones. So even though they're all in the financial sector, so to speak, I didn't jam them all into the same audience. I separated them out: merchant services, credit cards, payment systems, and resellers. That way, once my results start coming in, I can see what actually works, what doesn't work, and then scale what works and then turn off what doesn't work. This is the cleanest way to do it, and it's just going to get you the best long-term results. And particularly when you're starting off, I do recommend that you do all placements. That is the default for Facebook right here. There is a time and place for sure to do custom placements, manual placements. But when you're first starting off, you really don't need to worry about that. Keep it at all placements, separate out your detailed targeting, and you're going to get the best results possible. All right, and there you have it. And that was the 3-part series on how to get in front of your ideal customers with Facebook and Instagram ads. I really hope you found these tutorials to be helpful. But as always, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to get back to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.